start with the God of Judaism. This religion is monotheistic, meaning they believe in only one God. Israelites, or the people of Israel, call their God Yahweh. Yahweh is an invincible God that cannot be associated with any visual forms. Yahweh is represented by the biblical pronunciation Yahweh, the Hebrew name revealed to Moses in the book of Exodus. The name Yahweh, consisting of the sequence of consonant Yud, He, Waw, and He, is known as the Tetragrammaton. The four fathers or patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in Israel, were venerated in ancient Israel and were named frequently in prayers to God. Abraham was the first patriarch because according to the text, God revealed himself to a Hebrew man, which is Abraham. This the place of origin of the Judaism religion is none other than Israel. It dated back to more than 3,500 years ago.
For the Jewish population in countries, 43% of Jews today live in Israel and another 43% live in the United States and Canada. The remainder reside in Europe, and there are minority groups present in Latin America, Asia, Africa, and Australia. According to the recent count, the Jewish population all over the world is dominated by Israel, with 6,738,500, which accounts for the 74.80% of the total population. United States followed with 5,700,000, which is equal to 1.75%, and then France with 0.73%, Canada with 1.6%, and United Kingdom with 0.43%. Complete the 5 countries with the most number of estimated Jewish population.
Jewish ethical practice is typically understood to be marked by values such as justice, truth, peace, loving-kindness, compassion, humility, and self-respect. Specific Jewish ethical practices include practices of charity, which is also known as tzedakah, and refraining from negative speech, which is also known as lashon hara. With regards to their prayers, as one aspect of their practices, traditionally Jews recite prayers 3 times daily. These prayers are called Shaharit, Mincha, and Ma'ariv, with the 4th prayer Musaf added on Shabbat and holidays. Clothing worn by Jews usually varies according to which denomination of Judaism they adhere to. Orthodox Jewish men always cover their heads by wearing a skull cap known in Hebrew as a kippah or in Yiddish as a yarmulke. Liberal or Reformed Jews see the covering of their head as optional. Let's now proceed to the major festivals and celebrations observed in the religion of Judaism. The major Jewish holidays are the pilgrim festivals, Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot, and the high holidays, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Let's now go first with Passover or Pesach. It is in the spring and it marks the liberation of the Jews from slavery in Egypt, the giving of the 10 Commandments, and the journey to Israel. The second pilgrim festival is the Shavuot, or the Feast of Weeks or Pentecost. This holiday celebrates the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai, as well as the grain harvest for the summer. In biblical times, all Jewish men will go to Jerusalem and bring their first food offerings to God. The last pilgrim festival is the Sukkot or Tabernacles. It commemorates the years that the Jews spent in the desert on their way to the Promised Land. Also, it celebrates the way in which God protected them under difficult desert conditions. The first of the high holidays is Rosh Hashanah, which is the celebration of the Jewish New Year. This 2-day holiday commemorates the beginning of the universe, Adam and Eve. It is observed with special worship services and the sounding of the shofar, which is an instrument made of a ram's horn, on both mornings of the holiday. And last, Yom Kippur. It is the most solemn of Jewish religious holidays, observed on the 10th day of the lunar month of Tishri, which is in the course of September and October, when Jews seek to expiate their sins and achieve reconciliation with God. That's why it is also known as the Day of Atonement.
For their place of worship, Jewish people worship in holy places known as synagogues, where men and boys have to sit separately from women and girls. It is not just a place of worship, but is also used as a place to study and often as a community center as well. People attend services at the synagogue on Saturdays during Shabbat because they believe God's day of rest was a Saturday. Devout Jews attend the synagogue 3 times a day. These synagogues are associated with the David Star, the symbol of Judaism. For the spiritual authority, the services in the synagogue are led by a religious leader called a rabbi, which means teacher in Hebrew. One becomes a rabbi by being ordained by another rabbi, following a course of study of Jewish texts such as the Talmud. A rabbi is also viewed as a counselor, a role model, and an educator. Education of the young is the principal role of a rabbi. The rabbi may also lead spiritual services such as the Shabbat services and high holiday services. The rabbi stands and prays in a platform called bima where he reads from the Torah. The Hebrew Bible is organized into 3 main sections. The Torah or teaching, also called the Pentateuch or the 5 books of Moses, the Nevi'im or prophets, and the Ketuvim or writings. It is often referred to as the Tanakh, a word combining the first letter of the names of each of the 3 main divisions. The Torah is the central and most important document of Judaism and has been used by Jews through the ages. They believe that the Torah shows how God wants Jews to live. It contains 613 commandments, and Jews refer to the 10 best known of these as the 10 statements. The Torah is written in Hebrew and made up of scrolls which must not be touched out of respect.